What's going on, everyone? It's Josh from TradingPriceAction.com. Today's currency spotlight video for November 27th, 2013. I'm going to be looking at 10 currency pairs in today's video. This is by far the biggest currency spotlight I've ever done, but I feel like there's many, as you can tell, 10 currency pairs I really feel like could be forming a good trade setup in the near future. So that's why I'm highlighting all 10 of these. I feel like all 10 of these could really be producing a high probability trade setup in the very near future. Now the first one I'm going to be doing are the ones that were in yesterday's currency spotlight, but I'm just going to give a quick little update on those. So the first one is on the Australian dollar Swiss franc, and what I talked about here is that I was looking for price to come back up into this area and then form a bearish price action trade setup right on here, since we have support here, and looking for a pullback to this area and then go down. As you can see, prices have kept going down right here, and now we're starting to go back up, so we're still looking for price to come back up in this area and then come back down. So that's what we're looking for there. If we go to the British pound Australian dollar, this one is looking pretty good, like a pretty good setup, like it could come down right here. What I talked about yesterday, it was sitting right here on this support zone, and since then have shot up, and it looks like it could be coming back down right here. And if it does, we're going to be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form right on this support zone after a pullback, and then we're going to look to go long right here. Now I'm just going to go, like I'm saying, I'm just going really quick through these. Since I already talked about these yesterday, I'm just going through them really quick, just to give a quick little update on them. Now on this one, I was talking about if prices close below here, we're going to look for a pullback to this area right here, and then we were going to be looking to go short right here. But with the most recent 4-hour bar, prices have came down and they came back through this resistance zone, and now this is a support zone. So we're just looking in this area to see what prices are going to be doing. Either we're going to be looking to go long right here, which wouldn't be ideal since it's obviously in a downtrend at the moment, or they could come back through and then pull back and go like this. So that's what we're ideally looking for, is for the break through the support zone and then pull back. But we could also be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form on this support zone. Next one is on the European yen 4-hour chart. Now this one is setting up really nicely. As you can see, I was talking about prices were stuck inside this box right here, and since then prices have broke out of the top of this box. This right here has formed a bearish pin bar, and we're looking for prices to pull back to this top of this box, and then we're going to look to go long right here. So right within this area, we're going to be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form after the pullback right here, and to reject the top of this box. Now this trade setup really looks like it has a good possibility of that happening, so keep your eyes open, as this has a very good chance of happening, and if it does happen, this is one of the more high probability trade setups that we could take right here. So I'm going to be really keeping a close eye on the European yen. Next one is the British pound US dollar. Now on this, prices have broken through this area right here, where price came up, hit this pin bar, and then shot down. Price have come back up, shot through this resistance zone, and are now pulling back to the broken resistance turn support. So what we're looking for now is for price to pull back to this area right here, form a bullish price action trade setup, rejecting the resistance turn support zone, and then we're going to look to go long. This is another ideal trade scenario, because as you can see, it's in a very big uptrend, and this would be a great place to get in right here after the pullback, and then to go long after it rejects this support zone. So I'm going to be watching for this also, as this also is getting close to the support zone right here, so this trade setup could happen in the very near future. Now the next 5 we're going to be looking at, the first one is going to be the British pound yen. Now some of these are similar to the other ones, but I just want to be highlighting them all just to explain and for you guys to watch them. So in here we have an obvious uptrend, just to start things off, obvious uptrend, and then right here price came up here, got stopped at this area in the chart, prices pulled back down, came back up, busted through where they got stopped before, and we're now looking for price to pull back on this area right here. And then once they pull back, we're going to look for a rejection of this support zone, and then we're going to look to go long right here. So that's it on the British pound yen. Next one is also a yen pair, so the US dollar yen. Now here we have prices come up, hit this area on the chart, respected the prices, came back down, and now came back up, broke through this resistance zone, and closed above it. So now we're looking for a pullback to this broken resistance turn support zone, and after it pulls back, we're looking for a retouch and then a bullish price action trade setup to form, and we're going to look to go long. Then the next one is the British pound New Zealand dollar. So as you can see, there's a lot of correlation between all these, a lot of yen pairs, a lot of British pound pairs, but I feel like all these could be forming a good trade setup. And then if, say, like 3 British pound pairs, say the British pound yen, British pound New Zealand dollar, and British pound Canadian dollar, all form a good trade setup that's tradable, we have 3 currency pairs to pick from for our favorite trade setup. Since we don't like to be trading all 3 at the same time, since they're the same currency pair or the same currency, have the same currency in them, the British pound, we could have 3 options to pick from, and we pick the very best trade setup that formed. So it just gives us a couple options as to what trade setup we'll take. So on to the next one, the British pound New Zealand dollar. We're looking here is for prices. We see right here prices came up, hit this area in the chart, shot back down. Now prices have came back up, retested this resistance zone, and it recently broke through the resistance zone, and now look like they're going to be pulling back to this broken resistance turn support zone. On this support zone, we're looking for a bullish price action trade setup, and then we're going to look to go long. Also, as you can see, I mean, this is in a pretty good uptrend right here. Go up, pull back, go up, pull back, and after, on this pullback, we're looking to go long right here. So that's another very good possible trade scenario that could be forming. Next one is the British pound Canadian dollar. Now all these are pretty similar, all the British pounds. So what I'm talking about is for price to come up, hit this, shoot back down, and the price had recently broke through a major resistance zone right here, and we're now looking for price to pull on back down right here, form a bullish price action trade setup, just like all the other British pound pairs, and then we are looking to go long right here, which would be also with the overall trend in the market. So there's a lot of good trade setups that could be forming in the near future, and we really need to be keeping a close eye on all 10 of these currency pairs, and plus more over here, but these are the 10 that are really have the possibility of forming some really high quality trade setups. And the last currency pair for today's video is going to be on the Swiss franc yen for our chart. Now this is again very similar. Price come up, get stopped at this area in the chart, pull back, and then break through that same area in the chart, and we're now looking for another pullback right here to go long right here. Again, the yen is taking control, so the market is definitely in an uptrend, and this pullback right here would be a great place to get in on this uptrend. So right in this area, we're going to be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form after it pulls back to this support zone. So that's it for today's currency spotlight. It was another long currency spotlight. I've had back-to-back days where I've highlighted a lot of currency pairs, and it's usually the videos are only a couple minutes long, and I don't know what's at right now, but yesterday was around 9 minutes, and this one's probably around the same time. So I mean, these currency spotlight videos right now are pretty long, but I want to show you guys every single chart that I'm looking at. I want you guys to know what I'm looking at and how I plan on trading each one if prices reach the area I'm hoping for them to reach. So if you guys have learned something and have taken notes and marked these currency pairs to watch, as I really think that there's going to be some really good trade possibilities forming in the very near future on all these currency pairs. So that's it for today's currency spotlight video. I'll be back again tomorrow with another currency spotlight video, and hopefully a couple of these trade setups have formed by then, and we'll be able to discuss them in tomorrow's video. So until then, safe trading everyone, and I'll talk to you guys soon.